ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. We are here live in Hold My Nugget Studios once again for game one of the round of 32. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the knockout stage. Who will be going home first? Will it be Canada or will it be South Africa? Ladies and gentlemen, it's what is going on, son? Let's go. Let's go. We are now in the first minute. Junior in the building. What's going on, Arian, Danny, Emanuela, sorry about that. Hello. Emmanuel in the building, Jesse, or Jezza, or Jeza, if you will. Pro Slinky, Trina, what's happening? Here comes Canada on the attack. Man, go down. They're not going to blow the whistle for a foul. Triple S Vontae, what's going on? Yes, indeed. It is time. 3 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it is round of 32. Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to it. I got Canada coming out on top in this game. I know the remainder of Africa is definitely hoping on the downfall of South Africa. Legree said, why so much wrestling in one night? Well, just Lust Bobo said this World Cup is literally your Africans versus my Africans. Well, yeah, pretty much. All right, here we go. South Africa finished second in their group. Canada finished atop their group, if I'm not mistaken. Red in the building, what's going on? Real in the house, what's happening? Oh shit, South Africa on the attack right now. Let's see if they can take advantage in this situation. Trying to go flip the momentum at the moment. OG said you're on South Africa. I have Canada coming out on top. So does Orlando as well. JT Talk, what's going on? Jermaine said DR Congo showed up and they are through to the round of 32. Mark, what's happening? You put your money on Canada? Oh my. Oh, Canada. Let's see what they can do. Now in the round of 32, one of the host countries, they're playing in Los Angeles right now. They are live from Los Angeles right now. I know if they wanted to have an opportunity to go play, back in Canada, they've got to advance to at least a quarterfinal, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, man's done hit the doggone grass. If he kept his feet, he would have had a legitimate opportunity right here. The Canadians jockeying for position doesn't work out in their favor. Macho in the building. What's going down? Oh, the other round is afoot. By the way, how much longer do you have? I saw earlier they had double votes here. So I'll drop that link there in the chat for those who haven't already voted. Let me just make sure I can get my vote in here. It's a double vote. There we are. All right. Said Sac Passé. Mat Boulay. We'll also post the link over there. For those of y'all who haven't already today, make sure y'all click that link and vote. Only thing you need to do is just log into your Facebook, vote there for Macho Time, one of the longtime friends of the stream, helping him get that $25,000 to get the food truck up and firing. El Gorditos, if I'm not mistaken. And get some Puerto Rican food out into the stomachs of the populace of South Carolina. Canada only had a couple of matches. Yeah, they're not gonna have as much as what the U.S. has, the massive amount of matches, and then you have a few in Canada and Mexico. Here comes a push right now in the 5th minute for South Africa. Let's see if they can try to take advantage. Got to make sure you're not offsides in this situation. There's gonna be a shot from distance, not gonna be able to make it there. Great save from Canada to prevent a score. And now they're going to go back the other way. South Africa's going to cut it off and say, fuck out of here. Last night, what amazing games, huh? I didn't see any of them live because I figured, well, you're most likely going to see a scoreless draw between Algeria and Austria. Wrong. Fucking classic finish of a 3-3 draw. And then Argentina decided, hey, we'll actually go and play Messi and give people their money's worth. And I'm sitting there like, damn, so you telling me Norway couldn't do the same shit? They end up putting in Messi, and he gets his 7th consecutive World Cup goal, his 6th of this, or I should say 7 consecutive games scoring a goal, 6th goal of the World Cup. And now he's got a 2-goal lead on the remainder of the field, because if I'm not mistaken, it was Mbappe, Dembele, Haaland, and then also Vinny for Brazil also has 4 as well. Harry Kane has 3, and then there's a couple of other individuals who happen to have 3 as well. Algeria, Austria was fucking amazing. Yeah, I looked at the highlights. I'm like, oh shit, man, this was a game. Yeah, Jordan scored, and then Argentina said, bet, watch this. Indeed. They just said, all right, yo, let's stop playing games. Y'all scored y'all first World Cup goal. How about we show you, what the fuck going down? Did Panama end up scoring? Because I think Panama was the only team that hadn't scored a goal the entire World Cup. Here comes Canada. Damn, it's Adonis. They're going to have to get themselves a corner here if it's in their favor. Ashton for 5 wants to South Africa, Madagascar, whole map, spectacular. Don't matter. Canada in 5. Oh, they didn't score. Damn, so they're the only team that hadn't scored. Funny enough, I was going to make an edit for Dictator Mbappe. I was going to make a edit for Dictator Mbappe. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me try to make sure that the audio, yeah, all the audio is here. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Let me put the I gotta find it just before, all right, there we go. Yeah, but I was gonna make a edit for Dictator Mbappe, but I'll have to wait for when France is playing. I'm gonna have to wait for where France is playing. I was gonna put the overlay to make the whole screen gray. I'm gonna make that, and I'm not just gonna have it like specifically for Mbappe, but I'm gonna have it here prepared for when moments happen. I gotta make sure that copyright doesn't kick our ass across the board. Oh wait, Canada got a chance here. Hold on, wait. Oh, just shot it over. I think most likely they're gonna have to go back the other way. No. I think they're gonna get a corner in this situation. Slifer in the building. What's going on? Will I ever do commentary on Formula One races? I don't know if I will. Truly, I really don't know if I will. Because how many times can I continue to say they're making a right and they're making a right? I remember some years ago somebody asked me if I do commentary on NASCAR. I'm like, can I make anything entertaining? Yes. Would I be able to make a commentary compilation? I don't know. Here comes a corner right here from Canada. They're going to try, and it's just going to get right past them. It's going the other way. Most likely South Africa's going to see if they can play it. And they will try to clear that out. There's a whistle. They're going the other way. Will I be live streaming the Germany game tomorrow? Tomorrow, I think I'm doing the first game at 1. I'm most likely doing the first game at 1, so Brazil, Japan, I'll probably end up covering that because there's going to be a special start time for Raw at 6. So Germany and Paraguay, I don't think I'm going to be covering it. But all World Cup long, I will be posting reels and shorts all World Cup long, all knockout stage for the World Cup. I'll be posting reels and shorts across the board. So even if it's after the fact, I'll have those ones that are live, and then after the fact, I'll have the post reactions that are there as well. Wish I could do commentary on the Premier League. Too bad the copyright would be insane. I mean, across the board with all types of soccer, it's going to be issues. Unless it's an incredibly small, league, there's going to be copyright issues across the board. So that's the problem. Like even with the World Cup, it's just I showing the footage. Good luck, And in the realm of content creation, for those who've been subscribers for an incredibly long period of time, y'all have experienced the rules are different for me than it is for other people. When I drop this video about Haiti, going to the Haiti games, you'll understand my frustration. And the height that the frustration ended up getting to in the realm of attempting to stream. So y'all could stay tuned for that video on Terran Arnold dropping later today. Once I get done, with this game, then I'll be able to go and finalize everything. It'll be up on Patreon and most likely up onto YouTube probably at 8 p.m. or so. So we got to get that finished. All right, we're now at the 11th minute over here. Canada taking on South Africa here to go and advance in the round of 32. Massive field. By the way, I'm taking a look at the bracket here. Not necessarily, the most favorable, if you will, for individuals who are on the top end of the bracket, because if actually, you know what? I'll go from the bottom. I'll give you the team. So you have, oh, wait a minute. Here comes a surge here from Canada. Good pass to the inside. They got a chance. Oh, it's a stop from South Africa clearing it. Oh, wait, that's a clear push. Come on now, ref. What are we doing? So if you take a look at the bracket here, actually, let me move it over so you guys can see here on the reaction cam. Hold on, wait a minute. Make sure there's no goddamn audio. All right, so if you can see here on the what the bracket looks like here, you have Ghana and Colombia, then Switzerland and Algeria, Australia, Egypt, Argentina, Cape Verde, Congo, and England. No, pardon me, Congo, England are going up. So really, who are the only two powerhouses that are here? Argentina, head and shoulders above the field, and then Colombia. Everybody else isn't on the same level of Argentina and Colombia. So for all intents and purposes, you would probably, now if you just advance here and then advance here and then advance here, you would expect this to be, the quarterfinal, if you will. You would expect that to be the quarterfinal. Meanwhile, at the fucking top, at the top two other brackets, oh, South Africa got a legitimate, no, they don't. That was a way to go out there and clear. But on the next two brackets over here, you got England, Congo, England's one, Mexico, Ecuador, there's a host country, Norway, Ivory Coast, Brazil, Japan. So you've got, for all intents and purposes, and Ivory Coast ain't nothing to scoff at either. Like, what are we doing? All right. But yeah, it didn't seem as if they made it fair, if you will, for the squads. And then if you go back to the final, top end bracket. No, sorry, the top two other brackets that are here. Belgium and Senegal, US and Bosnia, Spain, Austria, Portugal, Croatia. This is going to be a box office game. That's going to be a box office game. Spain, that's another powerhouse. They were actually projected to potentially win the entire thing. U.S. a host country, but ain't nobody sitting over here talking about no doggone powerhouse. Belgium kind of disappointed, so did Senegal as well. They just don't mess around and have the strikers that they have there. And then at the top end, Netherlands and Morocco, box office fucking game. Canada, South Africa, Sweden and France, of course, and then Germany and Paraguay. Like literally every other bracket, you have at least 2 to 3 teams, or I should say 3 to 4 teams that were projected to, at least advance to the round of not just the round of 16, but most likely even contending for the quarterfinal. And then at the bottom bracket, you got Argentina and fucking Colombia. You talk about how folks can mess around and sit around and say, hey, there's a bit of collusion that transpired in the bracketing of this World Cup. They have legitimate, grievance to make that claim. Oh, Canada's got a chance. No, he goes down. South Africa, hey, they better boot that shit out. The fuck you doing? Portugal might get packed up. I ain't gonna hold you. They might get packed up.
Subscribed for 23 months.
Desert in the building. What's going on? Samurai said, what do American media and business people think of this World Cup? Is it proven to be a success economically speaking? Oh, of course. Of course. They already knew coming in it was going to mess around and be a success. Hence why they're making another bid for 2038 to potentially have the World Cup return back to the United States, because the amount of money that FIFA is able to go and generate off of the World Cup is already, they're projected to make, what is it, 30 billion or something like that? Like, it's a ridiculous amount of money. It will be the highest grossing World Cup they've ever had. Here comes a pass attempt here for Canada. Oh my God, they had a legitimate chance. They had a legitimate chance right there, and just right off the foot of David. You just missed the opportunity, fam. Come on now, David. You had a chance and just missed out. Legitimate opportunity there on the attack. LeBron said the ISIS music is crazy. ISIS music is outrageous. That's outrageous. Oh my Lord. Outrageous behavior. You got banned when you hosted a military sim of the game. Be careful. Okay. But ISIS music is crazy. It's going to hurt. We're seeing both your countries going at it. Well, that's the tough thing about the World Cup. You know, sometimes, you know, you can mess around and have one squad go and, you know, perform well. But unfortunately, when it's two squads you fucking with, especially if you happen to have dual nationality, that's when it gets very tough. It's your boy Chris at the Self-Hate Watch is back on. Let's go Bosnia. I know you're going to be tuned in on Wednesday. All right. Team USA is sending CR7 home. Well, it all depends on if they're able to go in advance. Because you would assume on paper they'll be able to get past the round of 32, but crazier things have happened. Ceiling Pond said you decided you're going to get a jersey from whatever country wins. Okay. That's solid. Hey, Argentina's kit yesterday, that shit looked awesome. Their jerseys yesterday looked absolutely awesome. I like that the dark blue colorway. Cupwood, what's going on? But yeah, I like the dark blue colorway. That joint looks absolutely awesome. Very visibly appealing. All right, we're now in the 18th minute here. Centurion, what's going on? First time chatter over on Twitch. We appreciate you popping into the doggone stream. How's it going, family? Yeah, the kits yesterday was on fire. How would I pronounce that? Alain Le Rouge? Is that how to pronounce it? All right. Keep in mind, if this game remains 0-0 or it's still in a draw by the time that you make it to the 90th minute, we're going to extra time. 2 15-minute halves. Oh, he's completely out. Come on now. What are we doing? Vince said, looking sharp, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Nate the Great in the building. What's happening? Down goes another foul there on South Africa. Canada's going to have it here as they're getting ready to approach midfield. My predictions, I have Canada winning this 1-0. I think they'll be able to get a victory 1-0. I don't anticipate a crazy amount of goals that will be scored in this game, but crazier things have happened. Tawanda in the building, what's going on? Said, am your biggest fan? Why, thank you very much. Although I don't have fans, I have supporters. I don't like the terminology of fan. There's fan and fanatic. There be some folks who go a little bit too crazy. I don't think I have that particular type of effect. But nonetheless, I appreciate you. Hopefully we get a shootout. once in the World Cup this year? I think we will. And we had, you know, some games that were relatively high scoring, whether it had been Algeria, Austria, you know, yesterday, Croatia, England earlier last week. Damn, bodies is dropping left and right here. Oh shit, let me hit the refresh over on Peacock. This shit is way behind. Oh, Jessica Alba in the building. Germany is the top dog in your opinion, says Nelson. Am I going to any more World Cup games? Currently, right now, on paper, no. The only thing that I'd probably end up finding myself at would be the final. But them prices is outrageous. If anything, I'd find myself outside the stadium, maybe like looking at a watch party from a bar. All right, free kick opportunity here for Canada. There's the pass. Oh, they got a chance right into the arms of the South African goalkeeper. That's a legitimate opportunity there for Canada. How the fuck do you mess that one up? How do you mess that one up? That's a literal clear opportunity right there. It bounced right into the hands of the goalie. You just completely dropped the ball. They just dropped the ball. Franny said it's so quiet without you talking. You thought the stream crashed. Did not. Here comes South Africa trying to take advantage here. You got to get a pass off. You got to get a pass off. There you go. Take a shot. Take a shot. Take a shot. Good block from Canada, denying South Africa that score as we're getting ready to enter the 23rd minute. We got at best 90 seconds before a hydration break whistle. One more pass. One more pass. One more pass. Damn. Canada just took possession. They're going back the other way. Hyper said, your 4-year-old daughter said, what part of the game is this? I shouldn't watch you at bedtime. Oh, well, damn. The 4-year-old said, what part of the game is this? Is wild. Ragin said, my prediction, do I think the U.S. will go until the semifinal or eliminated where? I think they legitimately have a couple of tests. So for one, looking at the bracket over here, from where the U.S. is at, well, we're going to the hydration break right now. Oh, hello, South African lady. But looking at the bracket, you've got U.S. and Bosnia, right? U.S. and Bosnia. They get past them. They got Belgium or Senegal. Truly, I think they could. They should be able to beat Bosnia. Belgium, Senegal. That's going to be a tough matchup for them. They play Senegal. You just got to make sure if you can hold them off from scoring, I think they can mess around and get them at one point down the line. Belgium, it really depends on which Belgian team decides to go and show up. But round of 16, I think I feel confident they'll be able to make it to the round of 16. It just really depends on which Belgium team shows up. If Belgium beats Senegal, and then they play Senegal, it's depends on which U.S. team shows up. I think they can make it to the quarterfinal. I think they can make it to the quarterfinal. And then who they meet in the quarterfinal will be interesting because you have anywhere between, let's just say, who's projected to go in advance, Germany or France, because I think Sweden, Paraguay probably don't mess around and get the W against their contemporaries. So I think most likely between Germany and France, I'm favoring France. So I would probably have France go in advance there in this matchup. And then for France would end up going, and they would have to take on Canada, South Africa, Netherlands, Morocco, whoever the. You know what? I really like the Netherlands. I really do. Fuck Morocco because they beat Haiti. So, Netherlands, France. I'll probably still France and the U.S. quarterfinal. I think for the U.S. they'd take that. They'd take that. And obviously they'd lose there. They'd lose there against France. But I think they would take that. Get a quarterfinal berth. I think they would take that. Quarterfinal berth. I think they would take that. And then ultimately they get packed up. No, actually, it wouldn't be quarterfinal. It'd be a semifinal. Now that I think about it. Yeah, it'd be a semifinal because I was sorry. I'm looking too far at the top. Because they would end up having Croatia, Portugal, Spain, Austria. Shit, never mind. Yeah, I looked too far up. Yeah, so Spain, yeah, they wouldn't even be able to go sniff at the fucking quarterfinal. They'd probably go out in the round of 16. No, because it would be them. They get through, and then yeah, over here, yeah, that's where they get packed up. That's where they get packed up. So yeah, it is. It's just before then that they'd get packed up over there. Yeah, quarterfinal, quarterfinal. For a second, I looked at the semifinal. They wouldn't even be able to go and sniff towards France. They get packed up once they meet Portugal, Croatia, or Spain. Yeah, so they get one victory. They get one, maybe two. Maybe two. If they make it to the quarterfinal, I think that'd be a victory for the country, truly. Is it possible for the U.S. and England to play on the 4th of July? That's what they were projecting, but from what I'm seeing here, I don't believe that would be possible because they're in different brackets. So it won't happen. It won't happen. I think if they both had because they both topped their groups, correct? Or did England finish second? England topped their group as well. I think it depended on if somebody finished second in their group, then potentially they could have met sooner. But yeah, there's no scenario where they're able to go and get themselves there. Although this is very interesting because does the bracket just go does it just follow it? Because it's saying round of 32 winner 2 versus winner 5. So maybe it could end up being, different depending on how they shuffle everything out. It could end up being different depending on how they shuffle everything out.
Gotcha, bitch.
Avathon says now following.
All right, we've made it to the second quarter post hydration break here in this round of 32, opening match of the round of 32. South Africa and Canada doing battle here. Omega said, hope you enjoyed this World Cup. The after party in Philly was lit. Wish I made it. Yeah, man, wish I could have made it out. Funny enough, I was looking at the email earlier today. I'm about to send you a response about it. Wish I could have made it out there, man. FIFA really fumbled the matchup of 1776. Yeah, with Iran getting screwed, you could have legitimately. I think I saw a tweet where they said like the U.S. became the first. Or I think what was it? It became the first team to score against and also bomb a team. Oh, like damn. Ghost Hall in the building. What's going on? I'm like, well, they didn't play each other, so how does that make sense? Maybe folks was trolling. Ghost Hall said, yeah, just found out we in Houston, Texas, about a host, possibly the hypest round of the World Cup yet. Japan versus Brazil, 12 p.m., Houston NRG Stadium. The fans are going to be cheering their hearts out and waving their banners and flags like it's a high school pep rally. Indeed, they're going to be outside. I will be live tomorrow for Brazil and Japan. JVB said, what's the origin story of my chain? My logo. Been pretty self-explanatory. Sue J, what's going on? We're now approaching the 30th minute in this game. Oh, great pass. Somebody's got to go and meet him. Somebody got to go down there and meet him. All right, let's see if South Africa can take advantage. There's a pass. They tried to see if they get a crosser. Nobody's out of, place. Oh, there's a chance for a header. Too much there on the kick. Missed opportunity there for the South African squad. as this game remains knotted at 0-0. You want the U.S. to win it all on home soil? Let's see if Canada can take advantage. So far, we've seen 5 shots, 1 on target from each squad. All right. Here we go. What do you have here at the 31st minute? Let's see if Canada can make something happen here. Both teams jockeying for position, trying to see if somebody can desperately make a move here. Another bad pass to the inside. South Africa trying to go and regain possession, not going to work in their favor. Damn, somebody broke their leg in October. Jesus Christ. Thanos was right, said you was at USA versus Australia. It was insane. If you ever get a chance to watch a World Cup game live, please do it. Might take 1 to 3 paychecks. Indeed. It's always a madhouse across the board. All right, Canada. Oh, my God. This man has slipped like 4 different times. He just nutmegged somebody, though. Terrible fucking pass. South Africa got to go see if they can take advantage. They're going to boot it back to see if the goalie can get a goalie kick out. AT Chris said, fuck pink marble indeed. Me and all my homies hate pink marble. See if South Africa can get possession of this ball. No, they can't. That dude's bald. I saw in New York City they had a bald people meetup. I think it was yesterday or maybe 2 days ago. Shout out to the baldies. All right. Oh, he just floored that man. Okay, Canada, come on now. You better take advantage. Here we go. Canada trying to see if they can make a... Ah, my God. They lost possession again. What are y'all doing, son? Somebody better glue the goddamn ball to their feet. They got to get it together. Nelson said it looks like a 0-0 first half. Both teams are too focused on not getting scored on. Indeed. Everybody got these fucking pink shoes on, too. Whatever the brands were that decided to go with just straight up pink shoes, bad decision. Because the other brand said, fuck it, y'all going pink, we going pink too. So now everybody going to be wondering, damn, yo, I wonder what those pink shoes are. Well, you Google the pink cleats, or in the case of, you know, they call them soccer or football boots. Miss a whole bunch of fucking brands going to mess around and pop up, so you're not even going to be able to say, this one was the official one that FIFA was utilizing. Every brand getting representation. All right, we're reaching the 34th minute right now. South Africa continuing to maintain possession, trying to keep it away from Canada. Nothing there. Here comes Canada. They got a chance here. Canada's got a chance here. They got numbers. Decent pass. Now you got to take a shot. Caught by the goalie. Great hands, denying Canada an opportunity again. South Africa once more preventing Canada from scoring. Decent shot attempt on goal there. All right, South Africa. Great pass right there for South Africa. Oh, my God, this man slipped. Somebody got to go check the grass, bro. Is this shit heavily watered? How many times are you going to see people slipping left and right? They done lost possession. It's going to be a corner right now for South Africa. How many times are they going to keep slipping on the goddamn grass, bro? That's like the 7th time we've seen folks slip left and right. JPK said, your thoughts on Sammy? Watch the video. You thought you were going to lose it to Oba. This is going to be Hunter's push for greatness. Sammy's win wasn't needed. Go back and watch the live stream. I'll give my thoughts there. All right, here's a corner coming in right now from South Africa. Damn, that's a terrible header attempt. Can they maintain possession? No, they can't. It's going to be Canada's ball going the other way. is going to be Canada's ball going the other way. Yeah, they unfortunately can't seem to finish inside. Absolute pain for that, fam. I'd be mad as hell. You go through the whole first half, folks is slipping left and right. There was 4 different opportunities where folks had legitimate chances to maybe get a crosser inside to get a decent shot on goal, but folks kept slipping onto the ground. And 7 total times we've seen folks just running untouched, uncontacted, and then just hitting the deck and falling down. Beyblade said you officially graduated yesterday. Well, congratulations. Where's the Tyrese? Where's the Tyrese meme when you need it?
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Man's tried to see if he could cross him up and lost the damn ball again. Or I should say slipped a little bit again. Oh, they're not going to give it to, okay, all right. I thought they were going to give it to him. I guess not. Who do I have winning? I have Canada winning 1-0 in this game. No, I did not watch UFC or Freedom. Yeah. Now we got 10-some minutes remaining here. Speed got to 56 million. Well, congratulations to him. If Canada can make something happen, no, they can't. Trying to maintain possession. Nothing's there for them. The South Africans take it away once again. Right, the goalie kick's going to send it out to the midfield. Canada once again with the header to see if they can reclaim the possession here. Somebody's got to go and run down. Nothing's there for him. Here comes South Africa going back the other way. Canada able to go and regain possession. We're here at the 38th minute. 7 more minutes. I'd highly doubt we're going to get any extra time. Canada getting way too fucking spicy with the damn ball. They lost possession when they had a chance to do something here. You got to be kidding me. Folks is sleeping in a motherfucker right now. Homie tried to do a damn blind pass. You in the World Cup? Oh, he just got fucking shoulder checked. You can't do that shit. That's a foul. I'm surprised they didn't go break out the... I'm surprised they didn't break out the yellow cards. Man just shoulder checked the hell out that damn Canadian. That should have been a yellow foul. Yellow foul. A yellow card. You can't do that. JVB, I've been doing this 10 years. It's not that difficult to be able to find that information. Everything's ready available on the channel. Dundo's in the past. All right. Here we go. We're reaching the 40th minute here. Here we go. All right now, South Africa. Oh, my God. Come on, son. What are y'all doing? Down they go. They want a foul call. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Jeez Louise. Willpower said, salute to you, good sir. Checking to you like radio for commentary now. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, nobody is able to get you know, an advantage here. They're jockeying for position, but nothing seems to be opening up. It's going to be a corner opportunity, and it will be.
Gotcha, bitch.
No, it's going to be a free kick opportunity here. Are they conversing to try to see who can get in what position? Blow the whistle, son. You got a free kick opportunity right now for Canada. All right, free kick here for Canada, seeing if they can get something. They're going to try to see if they can set up the header. Too much, and it's over the doggone net. Oh, my Lord, son. How many headers are they going to fail on, son? Somebody go and get a head transplant for Canada, son. They can't connect on a header to save their life. Every single opportunity they've gotten to use their damn, you know, noggins, they failed to get it into the back of the net each time, son. Somebody needs to go rent a head. Somebody needs to go rent a head, son. We're now past the 41st minute. Them folks can't get ahead of to save their life. Drake somewhere sick indeed. Those beady eye flapping heads motherfuckers can't seem to get a header to connect at all. Yeah, I ran 8 miles this morning. Half marathon next Sunday. Gonna be a good time. Copyright, Sujay. That's why. Copyright. All right, here we go. Canada advancing with the ball here. Oh, shit. They got a chance. Come on, see if you can make an advance. Oh, my God. They still got possession. Get out of position. Get the hell out the way. Pass it to the left. Oh, my God. Looks like they got no fucking vision, fam. There you go. Good pass. Canada's got a chance. You got to take a shot. You have to take. Them boys is asleep. Them boys is asleep. Them boys is asleep. They're at least applying a little bit more pressure than you're seeing from South Africa. But every single opportunity that they get, and they continue to be a damn toenail width away. Toenail lift away from being able to pull that off. Jeez Louise, man. Golly. Yeah, 8 miles today. Let's see here. They're going to get another corner opportunity here for Canada. Something's got to give. You've been sniffing at the damn goal all game long. Here's the third corner opportunity here for Canada. Can somebody screw their head on the right way to get it into the net? A denial from South Africa. Another chance for Canada. One more save from the goalie. 2 straight saves there from South Africa. And I think there was a South African player that also got in the way to go and block it. Oh, my Lord. Every single opportunity Canada's had to try to score, it's been denied. South Africa is not playing no games. I want to see if the first one was a denial by way of the goalie. No, it was a South African's leg that got in the way, but the second time definitely was the chest of the goalie. He was able to slow that down with his nipples. He was able to slow that down with his nipples. Well, I'll be damned. That was their best opportunity. Again, another failed header. That man got hit with a... How many times are they going to continue to get denied like this? All right. Black said, loving the student shirt color scheme. Why, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Let's see if Canada can... Oh, he went down. That's got to be a penalty. He kicked him in the leg. Oh, my God. Yo, the referee said, hold on. Wait a minute. Y'all not about to be running at me. Y'all better fucking relax. I think he wants us to go see, get a review. I think they want to go get a review. First off, that knee of the damn Canadian looked like his knee looked like it got a swelling on there. Golly, JVB said you just found out about me 2 weeks ago. To subscribe, you sincerely curious as to what makes me the chiseled Adonis. Not too much there to go in Google. It's not going to be too hard to find out. It's not going to be too hard to find out. I think that should be a oh yeah. That's gotta be a foul, and they're in the penalty box. That's gotta be it. There's no way they don't give him the penalty there. There's no way they don't give him the penalty there. They're going to go and review it as we go into the added time, 3 minutes. That's got to be a penalty. That's got to be a penalty. There's no way. They're going to go over to the VAR. There's got to be a penalty. Wow, no penalty. No penalty. Canada will not have a penalty kick just before halftime. South Africa's going to have the goalie kick out. Oh, I'll be damned. No penalty. Well, there it is. First game of round of 16, or round of 32, do or die at this point indeed. No penalty whatsoever. Yeah, the crowd is not liking it. A whole lot of boos coming in. Must be the fans from the west coast of Canada came down from Vancouver, making their displeasurement voiced. I got to see the replay. It looked like he stuck his foot between his legs. Oh, there's a great pass. Well, Canada got a chance to make up for it. They got a little bit of numbers. Well, not anymore. Damn, South Africa has great recovery time there. Now man's hit the ground. No whistle. No whistle. South Africa with another denial. Damn. Oh, that South African hit the ground hard, and there's going to be a foul going back the other way. We've got maybe 1 more minute left of this extra time. I guess because of the discussion, maybe they might give them 2 minutes. Additional, we might take this one to the 5 minute mark because it's at 48 right now. So let's see how much additional extra time they're going to give him, or additional time they're going to give him. Well, I guess they're not going to give him anything. I think that's going to be the end of the half. They said, fuck it. Let's take it to the end of the half. And the Canada staff is not happy about this at all. They're not happy about this at all. Kat said is not a penalty. The Canadian player stuck his legs between the South African player. I got to see the replay. Canada's going to choke in this game. Damn, they didn't give us a replay. You know what? Let me go back on Peacock. Let me go back on Peacock and see the replay here. See if that warrants a penalty. Okay, so I'm looking at the replay right now. There is the extension for the ball. No, yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah, you're right. He was extending and reaching for the ball, but then the South African, his foot was already, if I pause it here. Yeah, he swung his leg out. So the South African's reaching with his left leg. Actually, let me see if I can flip the, let me move this to the other screen. Maybe you might be able to see it. Hold on, wait a minute. Maybe you'll be able to see it. Let me see if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, so as you can see right here, I went over to Peacock just to go look. If you see right here, I ain't gonna play nothing. His leg was already extended over here. The Canadian player took his left leg, went to pretty much go and extend through the legs of the South African player to try to give the illusion of what can create a penalty. Good call. Good call. For those in the chat who recognize what transpired, good call. I didn't see the replay until now because I missed it. on the live broadcast. They showed it one time and then it left. But great call. Hell, the referees, they working now. They working now. Good call. No penalty. No penalty. No penalty. Good job. Hey, shout out to the folks in the chat who was also who had their eye on it. Good call. The Canadian player stuck his foot between the legs of the South African player. No penalty. No penalty. There was a similar play yesterday into Portugal and on Colombia. Yes. Smart play by Canada. Yeah, he was trying to bait it. He must have recognized, yo, he's going to try to see if he can make a play on the ball. Let me stick my leg in there and see if I can get away with it. When the HD is on the replay, the HD is 8K, they can see everything. Leandro said first World Cup you watched was in 2010. You were like 5. You remember the goal South Africa scored on Mexico? Smart play. W4 L3 YT said, "Hey, Mr. Adonis, you made it into Kyler Z's World Cup group stage in a nutshell EXE video." Did I? I'm not sure who that gentleman is, but hey, shout out to him. If I was in the video. Worst referee decision I've ever seen. The lack of penalty that was called in the NFC Championship in 2018 between the Saints and the Rams. King Diabetes said, now what happens in the event there is a tie? Doesn't it go to a shootout or is it winners only? Before it goes to a shootout, you have an additional 30 extra minutes. So you have two 15-minute halves. So you'll take it to you take it to 105, and then you take it to 120. If nobody has a lead at that point, then you go to the penalty shootout. Can your South African brethren do it? They have the capabilities to do so. Amy in the building, what's going on? JVB said it's crazy how FIFA didn't organize the bracket so that Canada, a host nation, can get a home advantage in their first round of 32 game. The other host nations, Mexico and US, have a home advantage. Very confusing. And if I'm not mistaken, Canada did top their bracket as well, right? Canada did top their bracket as well, right? Or I should say their group. No, Switzerland topped the group. That's where they got fucked. Is Switzerland playing in Canada? They're playing against Algeria in, where are they playing at? In Canada. Yeah, so that's where they fucked up. If they topped their group, they would have been able to play in Canada. They didn't top their group. They fucked themselves. If they topped their group, they would have played because Switzerland's playing in Canada. Yeah, so that's where they fucked up. Should have topped their group. McKay said, yo, all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. Hello. How does it go? Yeah, so they had their chance. To play in their home country, but they didn't top their group. They took that loss, I believe, against Switzerland, correct? I believe they took a loss against Switzerland because Canada beat, they destroyed Qatar, and yes, that's what it was. Yeah, they beat Qatar. They had tied with Bosnia, and then they lost to Switzerland. Yeah. That's where that's where they fucked away their opportunity. Now, Switzerland tied Qatar? Really? So they beat the shit out of Bosnia, but then tied Qatar. Algeria lost to Austria. Be more in the building. What's going on? Who do I have winning? I have Canada winning 1-0. JVB said the U.S. is getting all the home court advantage. The rest of the bracket, FIFA screwed Mexico and Canada. Not necessarily. You also got to take into account the amount of stadiums as well. Like, for example, whenever you have the World Cup in other, countries, they're in situations where you got to go and build stadiums to facilitate the massive amount of games. The U.S. already has stadiums that are there in place. There's only so many stadiums in Mexico. There's only so many stadiums in Canada that are actively participating with the world. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Canada has Vancouver, Toronto, I think Montreal and Quebec. I think those are the 4 stadiums that they're utilizing. No, it might not be. Let me see here. How many stadiums are they using in Canada? How many stadiums are they using in Canada? Canada is using 2 stadiums. So Vancouver and Toronto. Those are the only 2 spots that they're using. Toronto and Vancouver. I could have swore they had some in Quebec. I guess not, and Montreal. Huh. Maybe not. Now in Mexico, I think Mexico, they're using 2 as well. Mexico, 3 stadiums. 3 stadiums in Mexico. United States, 11 stadiums in the United States. 3 in Mexico, 2 in Canada, 11 in the United States. So if that's the case, I'm not surprised that, of course, the U.S. would end up having a home court advantage, if you will, home field advantage, if you will. The last one left in the bill said, greetings from South Africa. What's my overall thoughts on this year's World Cup for Brava? Well, I mean, right now, so far the World Cup in a whole has been very, 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 very entertaining across the board. But that being said, I think your squad, they just got to step up because they have not been able to go and get themselves a lot of on the attack here. In this game, they haven't done a very good job. As for who Brava happens to be, I'm not very well versed in that, that realm. All I know is that your squad, they got to step up and get some attacks on goal because the last 15-some minutes remaining for Canada, they have had the bulk share of the advantage and the possession and applied a shit ton of pressure onto your squad. Let's be realistic. The real hosts of the USA, Mexico, and Canada received free matches. No, I think they're certainly involved as well, but maybe it's more so Mexico than the U.S. But when Mexico plays in Mexico, you'll see the reaction, the roar of the crowd, if you will. You'd be surprised to see that Liga Mexico and in Mexico has a lot of great looking stadiums. Yeah, but it's also capacity as well. I think capacity as well. Like how many people can you fit inside of each of the stadiums and the location that the stadiums happen to be at as well. Is it somewhere that you can have the massive amount of tourism that can come in and generate a shit ton of bread? Not to say that they're not capable of doing so. 110%, they more than likely can. But I think that's probably what they were looking at when they looked and said, hey, North America, you'll be here to, go. Mexico and Mexico will be insane. No, Mexico and Mexico already happened. The opening match for Mexico was in Mexico. And it was a madhouse. In fact, I think 2 of their 3 games were in Mexico. 2 of their 3 games were in Mexico. But the benefit, at least for out there, is you have stadiums that are engineered primarily for the game of soccer. Versus in America, you have these hybrid stadiums that you're pretty much converting to facilitate, soccer games. Ashes, what's going down? They still have Koreans living in new lives in Mexico. Hey, they got people around the world living new lives in different spots. Folks seek refuge all around the world, all around the globe. Let me upload another short. How do I feel about a lot of soccer players, particularly the goalies becoming goal kickers in the NFL? You could always take somebody from a different sport and like try to go over and convert them, but you got folks who've been playing this game their entire life. Surely you can find somebody who's at least decent to go out there and play. Mexico's playing every game in Mexico City. Well, shit. Home field advantage. Orlando said doesn't help us in Canada that our biggest stadiums are currently being used for the CFL. That's why Toronto can't play in Toronto right now. Ah, interesting. Okay. That gets us an answer. They said that pendant is 24 karat aluminum. Not it's 24 karat 24 karat. This here all moissanite right here. This ain't no real jewels. I ain't got it like that. All right. That Amy Wambach? The hell has she been up to? Yeah, so we'll see what ends up happening tomorrow, and then of course on Wednesday for the US and Bosnia. Christian Pulisic better make sure he doesn't mess around and get hurt, and furthermore he's going to have to put in a performance to ensure an advancement to the round of 32, because for the US it's going to be an absolute failure if they can't get out of the round of 32. And I know Bosnia's Instagram going to be going crazy to get a victory against the US. Like, whoever beats the US will be gloating for years. Thanos was right, said he got it like that, but the IRS is, listen, I don't know who told you that. I don't know who told you that lie. I do not have it. Not at all. I got Ushbucks that's out here. All right, second half getting ready to start now. Second half getting ready to start right now. U.S. hate is so forced. It's primarily towards like the government. I don't think they when people come to the U.S. they're incredibly fascinated by the infrastructure of the buildings, and the pricing and cost of everything is usually what gets everybody, which I can completely understand why. But the sights that you can see, spectacular. The last one left said you thought Colombia played like a team possessed last night against Portugal. Very impressive performance, even though it ended in a draw. Yeah, they what was it, 22 shots that they had last night? Ridiculous. Is that a medium drink? That always pop you. Medium drink. Select the boy said even if the U.S. actually proved that they can hang, there's still going to be people saying they haven't proved themselves enough or they didn't play Germany. Oh, 100%. You know how there's always a moving of the goalposts. All right, here we go. They got to do that countdown. Let's get this game going. Am I going to live stream US Bosnia on Wednesday? Yes. I will be live for my very first U.S. game on Wednesday. Amy Wambach out there representing for the LGBT marble fans out there, indeed. The 3-time World Cup champion, Amy Wambach. Prime example, 9/11, a result of U.S. ego. Oh, Jesus Christ. More like a, I like to believe, I'm somewhat of a conspiracy theorist. I think it was more of an inside job, but that's neither here nor there. All right, here we go into the second half. Who will pull away? Remember, my prediction still is Canada wins 1-0. Let's see if Canada can take advantage. Good shot across. Can he get it back in Boons? Yes, they can. Oh, my God, he missed the fucking kick. He missed the fucking kick. His foot missed the ball. You've got to be kidding me, son. You've got to be kidding me, son. You've got to be kidding me, son. Was it out? Was he out? Was he out? He had better had been out, son. He had better had been out, son. Yeah, they said he was out. You've got to be kidding me, son. This man's whole foot missed the damn ball. Crazy whiff. The last one said, Chisel, I have to say, I've been a football fan my whole life, even though I have my regular football streamers that I usually watch or enjoy my streams. The most, bro, keep up the good work. Why, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's a damn shame you didn't miss that one, because you got to think about how many opportunities they completely missed out on. Winner of this game goes to Houston. All right, something's got to give. Something has got to give. Portugal coach keeps making the same mistake. He needs 2 strikers instead of Ronaldo alone. You're absolutely correct. And I think that's just also Ronaldo's ego as well. Because yesterday there was an unfortunate situation where they fucked up. Wait, what? Cape Verde soccer team captain accused of raping translator before World Cup run. What? Damn. Where did that come from? What kind of headline is that? Well, I mean, exactly that, the accusation. But Jesus Christ. I wasn't ready for that. That just open up your phone. Hey. You know that's oh damn, that lady done lost her fucking phone doing the wave. Hilarious. Hilarious. They were doing the wave and she lost her fucking phone. Hilarious. Team Gold. All right, let's see if South Africa can do something here. Sun in the building, what's happening? Panzer, what's good? There's the whistle. I know Shorty tight. Her fucking phone fell. Hopefully somebody went and retrieved it. IMI in the building, what's good? All right, let's see if South Africa can take advantage. No, they can't. Yeah, apparently the translator is like, oh, you speak English? Okay, cool. Say less. Hope that phone isn't expensive. iPhone, what do they call iPhone 17 Pro Max or something like that? Galaxy S26 Ultra. Google Pixel 8. All right. We are currently sitting at the 50th minute. Coming up right now. 50th minute on the horizon. Oh, damn. Somebody just went down. Did he get pushed? Canada was trying to see if they could make a surge, but another South African just hit the ground. Is he okay? Oh, yeah, he got caught right there on the foot. Yeah, he probably tweaked an ankle. He's going to have to run that off. He's going to have to run that off. He's limping, though. He's going to try to see if he can run that off. Statistics from the Golden Boot race. Lionel Messi there with 6. Haaland, Vinny, Mbappe, and Dembele all have 4. Throw in here from Canada. There's a header. Denial there from South Africa. They're going to boot it out of the box here. Canada going to see if they can make something happen. They're going to have to go and reset. But low-key, they have a break that's there in the defense over the middle. You got to get a very good pass if you're going to try to pull that off. Canada goalie is sick of this shit. Yeah, I'd be mad as hell. Y'all on the other, I'm fighting for my life over here. Y'all on this side refusing to fucking score. Another throw in, trying to see if they can get a header out of bounds. They're going to have to get a goalie kick out.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, here we go, South
Timothy
Africa.
_
You got a
NC
chance if you can
89 is
recover,
now
South. Oh,
following.
he kicked him right in the face. He kicked that man square in the face. Now he was trying to go for the ball. They want desperately to get a yellow card. He kicked that man right in the fucking face. I want to see if it made contact. Barely. Barely. No, I know it's Holland, but I like saying Haaland. I like to say Haaland because they got the 2 A's in there. I like to say Haaland. Because I add the A. I take the A from the front. I add it to behind the L. Haaland. For emphasis. Yeah, nobody right now able to go and gain any ground whatsoever. This is not quite the draw game that we saw from Portugal and Colombia yesterday. These are 2 squads getting ready to get eliminated in the next round, regardless whoever the fuck happens to go and find their way through. Oh, missed opportunity there for Canada. Oh, he was baiting. He did not get hit. He was baiting. That's a flop. That's a flop. That's a flop. Barely got touched there, and he just dropped himself to the ground. Moon Tribal, what's going on? 9 fouls on Canada, 6 on South Africa. All right, here we go. Oh, my God. He just fucking nutmegged 3 people and then loses possession of the ball. And there's a yellow card, our first one today. First yellow card of the day, ladies and gentlemen. First yellow card of today. So I support Premier League. I had to get into it. Because usually outside of international play, I'm not watching much soccer, but all right. Yeah, a whole lot of nutmegs. Whole lot of nutmegs. I'll put the ball between your legs. I'll put the ball between his legs. I'll put the ball between your legs again. Everybody getting nutmegged. Yeah, red yellow card that was implemented towards Canada. Canada has all 5 of their substitutions remaining, and they say their best player is on their bench, but he's currently dealing and nursing a hamstring injury. So let's see if they mess around and decide to go and make a substitution. Here comes South Africa. They've got a legitimate chance right now. Let's see if they can get a shot on goal. Oh my God, pass the ball, too much.
Gotcha, bitch.
Splifkies is now following.
Come on. Canadian goalie takes it away. We will not have a score just yet. Yeah, at this point, at this point, I think we need to figure it out. What is going on? Terrible fucking passes there from Canada. Terrible passes there from Canada. Oh, and now a Canadian player just went down. I think he might have claimed he got hit in the face. There's the brass for FIFA. Certainly not liking what it is that they're seeing. Brooke Martin in the building. What's going on? That is the Canadian captain that's there on the ground. I think he's feeling the pain to the back of the head. You'd have thought somebody hit that man with a damn sniper rifle. Canadian fans out there doing the wave. Yeah, they're doing the wave across the entire stadium right now. Yeah, if you had a chance to go to any of these games, you've probably seen them do the wave in damn near every stadium. Unless, of course, your team is getting punched, then you're not really in the mood to go and do the wave.
Congratulations!
That's how you know a game doesn't have too much excitement when the wave is basically what's on the marquee right now. Substitution coming in right now for Canada. I think a couple of people are getting subbed out.
Grinding, bro. That. Stay blessed.
A lot of Mexico jersey. Yeah, a ton of people just be going to games. You don't have to necessarily be a fan of the squads. Like if you ever go to, best example I can give you is proficient in football. So in American football games, there are people who go to games just have jerseys of teams that's not even participating. I'm gonna go over there I'm going to Pittsburgh to watch the Steelers and the Browns. There's a dude in the Colts Peyton Manning jersey. All right. But you came to watch the game. No, I don't run every day. Maybe 4 days out of the week. But 13 steps, 13,000 steps every single day. So at least 5.5, 6 miles every single day I walk. And then if I'm running, anywhere between 4 to 8 miles when I run. All right, Canada, let's see if they can maintain. No, they can't. Come on now, Canada. Jesus Christ. Come on, Canada. You got to take a shot. Good pass inside. Nothing's there for you. South Africa once again denying Canada. Here comes the steal. All right, you got a chance. Oh, my God, they blew the whistle. Oh, my God, they blew the whistle. The fucking referee. I don't know if I could say the ref touched that one. King Diabetes said there's people at football games just to instigate. Every team needs that person to say fuck you to the opposition. Yeah, there are people who pull up looking for a reason to fight. Like, for example, that guy who was fighting Knicks fans in the San Antonio jersey, and they were like, yo, he's not even really a Spurs fan. That motherfucker showed up at a wrestling show. That man showed up at a wrestling show just capitalizing off of the clout. But yeah, there's people who go to those games and literally they're just there to cause a ruckus. All right, now you're at the 61st minute here. Somebody's got to do something to create a bit of a separation here. Oh, boy. I'm going to be as chiseled as me, push ups, sit ups, and drink a whole lot of water. Oh, boy. Come on. Son, you've got to. Something's got to give. I think Argentina or France most likely will find themselves in a position to go all the way this World Cup. All right, South Africa, let's see what you got. There's a good shot. Wide right. Jeez. King Diabetes said you actually room for every team in North America. If one team somehow meets the other, there will be trouble. We've got 5 minutes until the hydration break. All right. Oh, my God. He had to hit it with the back of his head because nothing was there for him. Canada going back the other way. All right. You got a chance for a run here, Canada. You got a chance for a run here, Canada. Oh, my God. Tallahassee? Canada's been doing this throw-in business each time, trying to see if they can get themselves ahead of. They must have seen something on film to where South Africa's weak there. They've been doing these deep throw-ins all game. That's like the 4th time they've done that. Nothing's there. You got Argentina winning. You like France too? That something's got to give this game. Might be penalty kicks. Well, we shall see. Here we go. Canada's got a chance here on a run. There's the shot. Oh, my God. A hell of a save. Oh, how does South Africa save that?
Jessica
How the fuck does South Africa save that? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, my Lord. I thought that was a moment that Canada was going to get themselves on the board. How does South Africa save that? The goalie went first to make the first save, but he was completely out of position to make a play on the second attempt, and somehow South Africa was able to get in betwixt the Canadian and the ball. What a play there. Oh, boy. See, now business is starting to pick up, ladies and gentlemen. Now business is starting to pick up. What a fucking save. Wow. Jeez. Damn. Canada's going to get themselves a corner. Here we go. Can they take advantage? There's the header. Oh, it's out. And it's out. Goalie was smart. Just stopped anything from happening. Yeah, he got the first initial save, but then on the ricochet, Canada had a legitimate opportunity. You'll see it here on the replay on the ref cam. Canada had a legitimate opportunity on the recovery, but unfortunately, the South African was able to go and get his foot up and absolutely deny the opportunity to go get that damn score. Will Smith said, hey, Adonis, what's the difference between the World Cup and the Olympics? Which one to you personally is more important? The same as the World Classic in baseball? I think the World Cup is a little bit more important than the Olympics in the grand scheme of, tournaments. Because, I mean, both of them come every 4 years, but the World Cup is held in higher prestige. But winning Olympic gold, that's very prestigious as well. But the World Cup in both of those particular tournaments, the World Cup is held in higher regard. Well, there's a hydration break. There's a hydration break. How many minutes are left in the game? Well, now we've got another half left to go here in this game. I'm going to sit down. They got another half left to go here in this game. But if this game remains scoreless, we will be going to extra time. Yeah, the basically the World Cup, it focuses more, or I should say, it focuses primarily on soccer in contrast to, the Olympics. It's a ton of different squads that are all represented. Check the brackets. Canada and US can meet in the quarterfinal. That's a big if. Indeed, it is a big if. Boo hydration break. Indeed. Boo the hydration break. Boo. We don't like the hydration break. I hate it. Sammy might clash with Champ Rowan. Nah. I don't see it happening. I think they should have a segment, but we've got 24 more minutes left to go. Why they had the hydration break? I think they watched what happened with Qatar and then saw how hot it was and figured, all right, we could add something to try to sublet it. But the short answer of it, them boys know exactly what the fuck they wanted. They wanted to find a way to add in advertising dollars. They were scheming from the start. All right, second half getting ready to start right now momentarily. Romario said, quick question, do I feel pressured being the Chiseled Adonis? You can't even go on a bulk or slack off with a name like that. I don't feel pressure. It's my lifestyle. And I can go on a bulk if I wanted to, but I don't believe in like that whole, I'm gonna size up and then go and cut down. I don't do all that. And I think there's also irony. If I was like the size of the unchiseled Adonis, I think there'd be a lot of irony and humor in the name, but I don't feel any pressure to do so. My mother is calling me. Hello, mother. I'm live right now. I'll talk to you after the game. Goodbye. All right. Tell him I said hello. Goodbye. Dev, what's happening? Are they finally going to sub their man in? Davis is coming in. All right. He is not. Canada still has one more substitution. I think they're going to wait until they get to the 80th minute to sub in their man and see if they can make something happen. We're now entering into the 71st minute here. Let's see if Canada can get a surge. No, they can't. Nothing's there. Boot that out of the range area. And it's going the other way. It's going to be South African ball. Am I going back down to Hustletown to hang with Ross and Dub for SummerSlam again this year? I honestly, I don't think I will this year for SummerSlam. Last year it was in NY, well, New Jersey, so I actually went to SummerSlam last year. But this year I'm most likely going to still be here. But I will be down in H-Town in a couple of weeks for DreamCon. '71st minute of this game. Let's see if South Africa can make a little bit of a surge. Good pass. Here we go, South Africa. Oh my God, nothing again. Failing again. They're gonna have to try to see if they can pass this ball backwards. Nothing's there. Higher chance to be a penalty shootout, indeed. It's only a matter of time because the way they're playing right now, they're really struggling. Done hit the ground. Get off the ground. Oh my God, this man been falling left and right. They're gonna call a foul. It's gonna be South Africa ball going the other way. Damn. We're now at the 73rd minute right now. Oh, folks is booing in the stands. Elimination Station has gone global. Yeah, the Canadian fans booing with every essence of their being right now. How loud they booing. They are not liking what they seeing. Jay, I appreciate you. There goes Nate, said age-old question. Hope it get answered. What's offsides in soccer? If the offensive player is if the offensive player is behind the if the offensive player is behind the penultimate defender, so basically the last defender in soccer is the goalie. Overshot it. Can South Africa get that back in play? I think they can. All right, now South Africa, you got to see what you can do here with the ball. Beautiful crossing shot. Nothing's there. A save brings it back into play. South Africa trying to maintain possession here. A reset shot on goal goes right into the back. Nothing's there. But basically, the offensive player, if you're in front of the second to last defender, the penultimate defender, which is the goalie is the last defender. So if you get behind them at the moment in which the ball is passed, you're offsides. You're offsides. Davis coming in. Finally, they're gonna end up sending him in because you knew they were gonna hold him for the final, substitution, which makes sense because he's been hurt. So now you just need him to come in and deliver. Oh, ain't no way. They just fucking cut Fox. Ain't no way. How does that happen as the substitution goes down in the 75th minute? Yeah, Davis is finally coming to this game. Let's see if he can make something happen. If you have the ball on offense, your player can't be ahead of the other team's last defender. All right, now we're here at the 75th minute. Let's see if they can make something happen. Pass to the inside. There's a shot. Oh my God, just to the left. Just missed an opportunity wide to the left there for Canada. Damn. Damn. Ooh-wee, that was a hell of a damn shot. Unfortunately, could not get that one to score as this game remains tied at 0-0. Try to get this antenna going. More of that indeed. They got to press the goalkeeper. Yeah, because they applied a lot of pressure before the end of the first half. And at the end of the first half, they just could not finish here. That was a hard watch. One attacking. Oh, yeah, I read that one earlier. All right. Here we go. I'm trying to see if I could recover Fox because they just cut the fucking channel in the midst of the substitution. Let's see if Canada can make something happen here. You got your best player on the pitch. Good pass. Oh my God, another fucking save. Another fucking save. Another save. Wow. Spectacular save right there. Again, South Africa denying Canada the benefit of the score. Oh my God, what a save. That joint banged off of his gloves, bro. What a save. Son said, no opportunity to score on me. I'm not playing those games. What a save. Yo, they need to show us a replay. What a save. Balk Rusher said, looking dapper at church today. Nah, I'm just in the crib. Oh my God. A decent save there. Yeah, very good save. Able to go and prevent more points. And now we're approaching the 80th minute here. Well, 79th minute before we get there to 80. What do you got, Canada? What do you got? I've been all right, Acorn. Not a South African fans are booing. Pass that ball. Did I watch the end of the Algeria and Austria game? I looked at the highlights. I didn't watch the game live because I went to sleep. Only to find out Argentina, Jordan, Algeria, Austria, bangers. Michael said you've been watching my videos since 2018. Shit, I appreciate that. Long time supporter. We're now at the 80.5-minute period here. Something's got to give because, damn, Leandro, you said you broke your ankle 5 different times. Jeez. All right, Canada, good pass. Oh my God, again a denial. We're approaching the 81st minute here. Canada, if they take this lead, anybody who scores right now really puts themselves in a very favorable position because you have fleeting amounts of time remaining in this game. Kira said you love the MTA rants. You wish there was a playlist of my old 2017, 2018 rants. I believe there is. I believe there is on YouTube. All right. Oh my God, David was trying to find somebody, and nobody is there. Keep in mind, this here is a knockout stage, ladies and gentlemen. There will be no draws at all. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to lose. They got deleted? Damn. South Africa going back the other way here. Opening match of the knockout stage. See if Canada can make something happen. Trying to get shit working. The antenna is fucking up again. Come on. The antenna's fucking up again. So I gotta move the antenna left and right. Jarvis said, you hate draws. We're now at the 83rd minute right now. Something's got to give, son. Somebody's got to want to score. Somebody's got to want to score. What can South Africa do? I got it on Peacock right now. Let me refresh it. Let me see if we could get a little bit closer because I know I'm like 10 some seconds off. Let me move this antenna again. Now at the 84th minute, ladies and gentlemen. South Africa needs to make some substitutions. I think they've missed the time frame to go and make an opportunity to get a chance. Oh my God, a fucking save. Another save is there. All right, let's see if Canada can take advantage here. In the 84th minute, nothing. All right, Canada, what do you got? Man slipped and fell down. All right, see what you got, Davis. See if you can get around somebody. You agree with my Amber Alert rant because you got one in the middle of the night while you were sleeping, even though you had your phone on silent.
Gotcha,
Yeah, that's a very old one right
Alexis
there.
4ND3R is now following.
Was that 2018? I think I was wearing like a red hoodie at the time. Long time ago. year, put 5 on, said your birth continent, Africa, will produce at least 2 teams in the quarterfinals and a team in the finals. We shall see. Substitution coming right now for South Africa. Substitution coming right now for South Africa. There's the most booed game you've seen in the tournament until that save happens. Two substitutions for South Africa. All right, we're going into the final 4 minutes, the final substitution. They better play aggressive. That's a fact. They better play aggressive. That's a fact. Them boys don't come into the game and just waste your time. You better show up, show out. The goalies are at their best on part of the game, indeed. Boomer said, what am I drinking? Water. All right, here we go. Canada's got a that man went down. How's that not going to be a whistle for a freak? That's not a foul. It's crazy. That not being a foul is crazy. Come on, man. The crowd is not liking what they're seeing. The crowd is not liking what they're seeing. Kitchen, what's going on? Come on. Here we go. Come on now. Come on, Canada. Good pass inside. Somebody fell down again. The fucking captain slipped off his damn cleats. Damn captain slipped off his cleats. You gotta be kidding me. Nelson said, whichever team makes it to the next round, they will not succeed playing like this. That's a fact. They're going to get packed up. I already said, whoever wins this game, it's an invitational to lose in the round of 16. You're just pulling up to lose in the round of 16. I can't envision a circumstance where you're going to be able to go out there and perform and win games with the way they're playing right now. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I got to eat. Yeah, it's like the episode of Family Guy when you had the stick. Do something. Do something. Somebody's got to try to score here. Both teams pretty much just staring each other the entire time. It's like that. It's like a battle between Kakuna and Metapod. That's what this game is. It's a Kakuna versus Metapod. All right, South Africa, you got a chance. Oh, my God. South Africa had a legitimate chance, and they missed their opportunity. They had a legitimate chance, and they missed their opportunity. I need to eat 8 miles in standing stream. Yeah. It happens. Oh, I can give you guys some times as well, because we had the 3-mile warm-up. Let me pull it up. So, first 3 miles, because it's segmented. So, the first 3 miles, 10-minute pace. The first mile, 8-minute pace. Oh, 7:55. The second mile, 8-minute pace. The third mile. That's the warm-up. And then the all-out, well, I shouldn't say all-out, but then the 5-miler right after, 7:54, 8:23, 7:47, 7:27, and then 6:52. We're there all for the remaining, 5. So overall average, because I pretty much split it here into 3 different workouts because I changed the trail a couple of times, and I wasn't running by myself, but I changed the trail a couple of different times, but pretty much the average, 7:57, but it was really like 7:32 on the 5-mile, the back end 5-mile, and then 8-minute 15 seconds there on the mid, warm up, and then the first mile there was 10 minutes there to start everything out. So 5 minutes extra time they're gonna give them. 5 minutes extra time. Is this the knockout stage already, or does that start tomorrow? No, this is the knockout stage. This is the first game of the knockout stage. This is the first game of the knockout stage. If somebody can score before extra time concludes, you can legitimately win the game right here before they add that extra, half or extra 30 minutes. In this round of 32. Yeah, 5 minutes extra time, which I thought, or I should say added time. I thought that was very interesting for a decision. A denial right here. Oh! Canada's got a chance! Canada's got it! Canada's got it! Canada's got it! Vel Capitaine into the back of the net! Canada's got it! We waited 90 minutes for Canada to answer, and what did I tell you? It would be Canada who scores. All right, right there to take the lead with the 91st minute, and there's only 5 minutes of extra time. We've been waiting what feels like eons to finally see a score, and South Africa, you can go fuck yourselves because Canada just buried you with a massive They were waiting for it all day. Those goddamn Canadians with their beady eyes and flapping heads were waiting all day for an opportunity. We had a spectacular performance from both goalies, but primarily from the South African goalie, denying shots left and right. Canada struggled to score on a header on 5 different occasions, numerous different throw-ins, long, deep throw-ins, numerous different corners. They could not succeed, but finally, in the 91st minute, their captain was able to boot it into the goal to get Canada up 1-0, and that might be the dagger that sends them to the round of 16. Canada takes the lead 1-0 and less than 2 minutes left to play. What a score! Who needs to go to the added time when Canada has just taken the lead, and that's just ignited the life of the crowd? All right. See, I knew it was only a matter of time before we happened to see a score. I told you it would be Canada who can win this game 1-0, and they took that lead. South Africa played too damn much. Yeah, they were playing with their food. They're not going to get sent home right now. Yeah, David's not going to get a chance here. They're not going to let David get a chance here, but South Africa better move with a sense of urgency. That score is probably only going to give them maybe an additional 30-some seconds. So realistically, right now, they got about 2 minutes left to play. They got about 2 minutes left to play. Oh, and he was offsides. And he was offsides. They got to go back the other way. South Africa packed them up. South Africa packed them up. They getting ready to get put into the death note. Algeria versus Austria was wild last night indeed. You got at best maybe 90-some seconds because they're going to give them a little bit of time because of the goal. All right. No, not the goalkeepers, not the goal scorers, not the captain. He got the fucking... He was wearing the damn arm, the arm joint the whole time. I guess because Davis came into the game, he had to give it to him. He had the armband on. I thought he was a captain. I guess not. The gents weren't attacking. Indeed, they weren't. The saxophones is playing in South Africa right now. Indeed. They got one last chance. South Africa got one chance to pass inside denial. We're now at the 95th minute right now. South Africa got one last opportunity. They're probably going to give him a little bit of a, we all the captain now. South Africa running out of time. They're at the 95th minute. You got to take a shot now. Somebody's got to go and take a shot. The referees are most likely going to let them play until the end of this possession. Somebody's going to have to try to take a shot on goal. The pass inside, yet another denial. Canada has the ball, and most likely they're going to blow that whistle as a kick gets sent out. He looked down at his watch. It's about that time. It's about that time. Referee is not blowing the whistle just yet. He looks like he's going to give him one last opportunity. There's a pass cross field. Canada able to go and deny it to the outside. They're going to give him one last throw in here. South Africa going to go for see if they can get the head of Canada with the save. That's about to be it. That's going to be it right here. You might as well start throwing hands. I don't know. That South African said, I want to fight that Canadian. That South African said, I want to fight that Canadian. He said, hey, fuck you, bitch. I'm saying it in African. I know you can't understand me. It's a wrap. Referee about to blow that whistle. Referee about to blow that whistle. We've already passed the 5-minute mark. They gave him an extra minute. That's about to be a wrap. That's about to be a wrap. It's about to be a wrap. There's the whistle. You gotta blow that whistle. Blow that whistle. Send them boys straight into the doggone death note. There it is. There's the whistle. There's the whistle. Canada has advanced to the round of 16, their very first victory in the knockout stage. Oh, Canada, how you gave bell to ass to South Africa, because they sending them boys on a flight back to the African continent because today they told them to take out their favorite form of payment because the Metro card has been outdated, and get aboard the L train. But their ride would be short-lived because they've arrived at Elimination Station, and they go somewhere different for their failures of being able to hold off Canada and force an additional 30 minutes to the game in the hopes of advancing. Their failures of advancing to the round of 16. Consider your names written down in the death note because your dreams of continuing to contend for the World Cup trophy, your dreams of advancing one step closer to glory has been absolutely deleted. You're gone. Send them home. It's over. Sunny days. Everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? You're going home. South Africa, it's over. And the remainder of Africa dancing right now, having the time of their life because they don't fuck with the South Africans. And Canada about to be dancing on their grave like Shawn Michaels danced on Triple H at the end of 2002. South Africa, you're going home. It's over. And I told you guys before the doggone game, it would be Canada who wins 1-0. It was just a matter of how long it would take for the victory to transpire. And what do you know? You didn't need extra time. Canada got it done in the added time to advance to the round of 16 with their very first victory ever in the knockout round. What a job. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations to Canada. They got the job done. One quick look at all of the Canadians and all of the South African haters. You know they're celebrating and dancing like a nose pass.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Cha-cha now, y'all.
Matter of fact, I say they dancing like LeBron. going home. South Africa, go take out your passports expeditiously. Go board the nearest and most urgent flight and get your ass back home, because tonight you played like absolute. It's over. Over. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I appreciate y'all tuning into the doggone stream. Congratulations to the Canadians. They got the job done, and South Africa is officially eliminated. Oh, matter of fact, now that I think about it, we got to get that Death Note clip one time for the one time.
There's only one thing left to do. Gotta write their names in the Death Note. Delete. Delete, 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 delete.
Here it comes! A little going away present for you!
Delete.
You will rest in peace.
Delete confirm.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
I hear the Shadow Realm's lovely this time of year. Let's find out if it's true.
It was game on for Canada, and for South Africa, it's...
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Snake!
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.